Monique, salute. Wax Dog, salute. Appreciate the pull up. Hope all is well. You dig? It's a fact. Hope all is well. I'm a little 7 minutes late. My bad. My bad, people. Yeah, I'm in the wrong spot today. I had to meet him by the church steps. That's why I'm at. The church steps. You dig? But yeah, man. I definitely should have picked another spizot. This son gonna cheer me up right now. It ain't bad though. I thought I was in good shaded area. Somebody done left the building already. Damn, that fast? There's only 2 people in the building. That's a whole fact. That fast. They just spent on us, people. But you know, you gotta have some fun with it. Make your arms glisten. You gotta have some fun with it. That's a whole fact. You gotta have some fun with it. You know, like I always do. I gotta have fun with it, man. Gotta have fun with it, people. Gotta have fun with it. I know this sun is out of lane out right now. I do know that. Let's let him come in the building though, man. Let's let him come in the building. Why not?
Never them. Dark side lurking, when the fake ones vanish. Shoot right back. Yeah, my aim the tightest. If you chat reckless, get tacked in the chat. Perfect question, flash never M. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz, with a off skit clip. Boom, China brim, Harlem legend, platinum shine. Y'all part the team, gang. Man, that's a game. I just spin the block, my content, let them say feeling lame. Hip-hop news, more like hip-hop else. I just died at one, now we singing bells. All smooth, funny, but they still stuck. 050 bucks, Mr. Shoot right back. Us never them. Miss me with the talk, I don't suggestion. Dark side biz, never say all the but we bring it on. Dark side season, where the snakes get peeled. Loyalty to code, but the get exposed. I'm the truth, in fact. Cross that line, but we bring it on. Us never them. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz, tell apart the team. Minds flow, witty punches. They be talking tough, but they moving fair. I just pop a top, let the truth appear. Man, that shit a joke. I just flip the scene, leave them in a choke. Dark side. Us never them. Us never them. 050 bucks, Mr. Shoot right back. Dark side general, where the lanes get packed. All my supporters, y'all the realest ones. Without y'all, this ain't fun. Silence. Us never them. Them 050 bucks, Mr. Shoot right back. Dark side general, where the lanes get packed. All my supporters, y'all the realest ones. Without y'all, this ain't fun. Silence.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What's Papino? Asian salute, appreciate the pull up. Renegade Society Production, appreciate the pull up. Wax Dog, salute, my guys. Monet, appreciate the pull up. Yeah, we're gonna get into a nice, nice joint. We got a plethora of things to talk about. You understand? Yeah, we got plethora of things to talk about today, people. We got plethora. Is my audio good? Everything good? Is my audio good? You gotta turn the mic up to the max. Is that audio good? Let me know if that audio is copy cool. That's a fact. Is that audio copy cool? Or is that audio copy cool? Is that audio copy cool, people? Alright, I'm copy cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gotta have a nice one. Like I said, we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything today. But we gotta have our fun. You know what it is when you go StreamYard. Like to have my fun, talk my ish. You know what I'm saying? We had a nice turnout earlier. Appreciate those who pulled up earlier. We had a great one. Yeah, we had a great one earlier. That was a nice one. It's supposed to be only a 30-minute joint just to talk about the sports. It ended up going 2 hours. So, that's always dope. You know what I mean? It's always dope. My notifications come out late. I send a blast notification on the gram and on Messenger. That still don't work. I don't know, people. I don't know. You hear the stories. Oh, yeah, they only give you 3 shares. I don't know how that go, but, we gonna try to make it happen, whether rapping or clapping over here, people. You dig? It's a whole lot of things going. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but it's a whole lot of things going on YouTube. And we gonna deal with YouTube, people. We ain't gonna get caught all out our body, But YouTube streets right now is looking wacky. Besides the Puff Daddy situation, you got, Whack 100 getting caught with a badge in his wallet. This joint right, only on YouTube, man. I'm telling you, man. Only on YouTube, people. Like, you can't make this up. Only on YouTube. Only on YouTube. That's a fact. only on YouTube. I said, what? They got your man pulling out his wallet, the video. This ain't no hearsay. They got the video, people, pulling out his wallet, and whoopsie, there goes the badge. I don't know what's going on, man. Yo, you just really, I guess everybody looking for their moment, man. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna be mad at that. You know, everybody looking for that moment. Everybody looking for that, you know, for that time. You know, that I can't say one viral moment no more. You know, everybody want to go viral quadruple times. I'm starting to think it ain't even cool to go viral no more. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why is that. Word, I don't know why is that. What is, you know, like that right there is no bueno. You know, they doing whatever they gotta do just to, you know, to go viral. I don't understand it. How they got a lot of things, you know, and it's like sometimes you have your face card, man, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You got your face card at the end of the day. That's a fact. You definitely have your face card, you know. Like that little boxing match with Charleston White and the Allen boys, one of the Allen boys. I mean, that was a waste of a fume group. You know what I mean? Like that was a waste of somebody even putting that on live. Like, just to be honest, you know, that right there was a bad job. But, you know, you never hate on nobody getting to their munyan, you know what I mean? So, you know, hope he got to his munyan because he definitely made up, you know, he made a boo-boo. But, you know what they say, man, when you coming across getting to that munyan, everything goes out the window. Word up. Everything goes out the window, people. Everything goes out the window. You dig? So you can't even, you know, you can't even take things for what it is no more. You know, you automatically gotta think, yo, is this real or fake? That'd be like the first thing you come up with. Is this real or fake? Word, is it real or fake? And that's the sad part about it. Because you gotta come up with these things. You know, come up with these things. You can't just sit back, watch a dope video. You know, you can't do none of that. You know, you gotta question the onslaught. Word, the onslaught, the fakeness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get up here and they just messed up the situation where, you know, you get ahead and, you know, direct your own film, do what you do, put a twist on it. Now, you know, it ain't no, oh, you don't get that no more. You know what I mean? It ain't no, oh, no more. You know, the first thing, like I said, first thing is, you know, damn, is this a play or what? You know what I mean? That's the bad part about it. But, you know, for those who is creating dope content, Grown Man Thoughts, salute. Appreciate the pull up, my guy. Hope everything all is well. You know what I mean? Like, but you gonna see who gonna be at the finish line or who gonna be at the top at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Let's, you know, let these people pile up. You know, sad, start off slow. Start off slow, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'm with it. Sticking around. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, Grown Man Thoughts, man. That's a fact. I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that, man. You know, that's coming from a day one, you know. Whether right, wrong, or different, you already know, man. You know, I'm not the one, oh, yeah. Oh, word, that's how I looked at. All right, let's fix that. And that's just what I do. I fix that. You know what I'm saying? I fix that. So that's what we gonna do today. You know, sitting on the church steps, and we gonna talk, about what's going on. We'll drop the link, and we gonna get up and we gonna have fun. What's going on in the set? A lot of bozo on this going on in the sector. I might stir some shit up. I might stir it up. You dig? Somebody sent me something with Gumby. DC salute. Yeah, somebody sent me something with New Jersey J. I mean, it's just some things you have to take a stand and say, yo, y'all gotta pay me to do this. People is doing too much work for nothing. Like they doing work for nothing. Like that's easy. People just doing work for nothing, man. You know what I mean? They doing work for nothing, But let them keep working. You know what I mean? Let them keep producing great paperwork. You know what I mean? It's entertaining for those who don't know, but hey, I'm tired of trying to correct it. I'm trying to put them on the right path to correct it. So when they do look a nigga shit up, you know what I mean? He like, all right, copy. You know what I'm saying? Bucks, Groovy, Louie. But, that's neither here nor there. That's on them. But yeah, we gotta chop it up about Diddy. What else? Situation that's going on. I said about the whack. We gonna talk about that whack 100 getting caught with a badge in his wallet. That's bonkers. That's bonkers. But I want to give my guy Chase Millie a nice little alley. You dig? So we go get ahead and recap off of that. We go bug out on that. You know what I mean? Because Swallow him is out here out of pocket. He's being exposed. He's definitely being exposed, man. And from how, Chase Millie breaking it down, man, you don't do a dude dirty like that. Somebody who open up their cash register to give you you know what I'm saying? To give you some money on. You dig? Put some money on in your pocket, food on your table. And you just act like you just that guy. You doing this, you doing that. I'm telling you, it's, for the cappers out there, man, you cannot cap all your life. Y'all the ones that's capping nowadays don't even know how to cap. They capping skills in the basement. Swallow him, get up here and talk all that. Yeah, I got this going on, I got that. But yet you working for my boy Chase Millie, and then you don't even know how to handle that job accordingly. Like you just don't do nobody dirty like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't do nobody dirty like that. Like that right there is nasty work. That's nasty work, people. Like just keep it a hundo. That's nasty work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody sit there, they just do, you dig? And you got to worry about a dude stealing? NoBueno.com, man. NoBueno.com. YouTube is their only motion. You do this for fun, and they depend on this to live. They will do anything to stay relevant when you already established in life, so you don't have to chase a clout. That's a whole fact. But yo, you know what's so sad, Grown Man Thoughts? When you try to break that down to them, I don't know why they not so acceptive of it. They you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you can make fun of somebody. For an example, I've been walking for the past 15 years of my life, right? And I make fun of somebody who been driving for the last 15 years of their life. It don't add up. How am I making fun of somebody who got a vehicle to get to point A to point B where I'm getting on the bus? I'm taking the Uber. I'm walking. You can't make fun of nobody that's like that. Like, you got your own, you walking by somebody in their own spot, giggling. Look at that corny nigga. He got his own house. Look at him. He's a bum nigga. You got your own house. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? And the sad part about it, right, is that's what's going on. You got a lot of these people They are literally doing just that. They getting up here, chasing clout, going for whatever they feel like is gonna make a person laugh. You know them type of dudes where you rock out, like, yo, this dude ain't got nothing on me, but he could make her laugh, and that's what you got out here. You got a lot of these bozos on YouTube. They come up here to make somebody laugh. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Entertainment is nothing wrong with that, but know how to come out of character. That's what we messing up at. Y'all dudes don't know how to come out of character. You jump in that booth with the keyboard, you press live, you Superman. Nah, and it don't add up. Especially if you out here, you moving wacky, it don't add up. That don't add up, people. It just don't. You know what I mean? On all levels, it just don't. You know what I mean? It's things that don't happen, that not supposed to happen when you talk that talk. But then when you turn around and, other things go down while you talking that talk, it don't add up. It don't add up. But who am I? You got to have people like that around to make content about. That's it. You try to throw somebody an alley, or listen, this, you had a situation now where you know what I mean? But, certain people, it's like they say, man, one bad apple could spoil the bunch. You got people adopting that saying right now. They're adopting that. I'm going to spoil a bunch. I'm going to be that apple to spoil a bunch. And you ain't got to do that. They're giving out free money. They're giving out free money. I like to see a bunch of guys get together and spend more energy on how to get to the money than a bunch of guys that's getting together and want to try to slander somebody and they living in the garbage. That's what's irritating. You living in the garbage. How you getting up here making buffoonery of anybody and you living in the garbage? Dudes is wicked with it. They wicked with it. So it's gonna be, as they say, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, that's a fact, bro, man. Thoughts, man. They ain't got, yo, my grandmom used to always say, man, you ain't got a bucket to pee in or a window to throw it out of. Them be the ones. Them be the ones. Ain't got a bucket to pee in and ain't got a window to throw it out of. And then you would think them be the ones who like, yo, listen, yeah, I'm trying to get monetized. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the money on. Failure is some of them guys' best friend. Failure is some of them guys' best friend. Yeah, that's a fact, Asia. That like failure is some of them guys' best friend though. They get up here and they just okay with failing. They okay with failing. So I see everybody talking to, the P. Diddy thing. I don't feel no kind of way either or. But what I can say is, and I said this earlier on my live, I got a daughter. And for me to know something like that is going down with my daughter, there's no way I can respect a man that'll do such. And I see it. I know they say you're not supposed to be involving yourself in this, involving yourself in that, dealing with your kids' relationships. But it's just one thing, one thing I'm not going to let slide or let go down on my watch. My kids being homeless or, especially like my daughter getting beat up on by her man. And it's a catch-22 with that too sometimes, because sometimes the woman, she'll be okay with that. She'd be okay with that. Word, the woman would be okay with that, man. She will be okay with that. That's a fact. And it's sad. It's sad. Because you see more of that now. You know what I mean? You see more of that now. You see more of the buffoonery. You know? You see more of it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's sad. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. It's sad. It's sad on all angles. So I'm not going to be the one, yeah, free Puff. Nah, they just denied this bail. Ain't nothing free about Puff. That's a fact. Ain't nothing free about Puff, man. Nothing. Ain't nothing free about that man. You know, nothing. Word, people. Ain't nothing free about that man. And they just denied this bail again. They say karma, people, man. Karma's, you can't go against karma, man. Karma is something else, man. Karma is undefeated. You know, I said this on my other live. Prior to this right here, Puff just had other allegations going against him against his name that we see play out with artists. You know, even, and I'm surprised they didn't, you know, talk about this. But even when you talk about situations like making old boy walk to go get a cheesecake, like I'm starting to think like that was just real. You know, it's supposed to be reality. I really think that was real. Like he's just like, you know, one of those guys. I got the bag. You gonna do what I say. You know what I mean? You gonna do what I say do. That's corny. That's corny, people. Like no matter how you slay it, it's corny. You know, and everybody who got on the stand, they didn't talk highly of him at all. Nobody talk highly of him. Ain't nobody say nothing that made a jury, I would say made a jury even, you know, even be okay with certain type of ish, I would say. You know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It definitely is what it is. You know? But they say it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. World. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But that's nasty work right there, man. You know what I mean? You got, you know, you got kids, and you may be good of dealing with it. You may be all right with that. You know, but for your kids that had to walk through that, then I seen something the other day. I'm on a gram, and I see Puff's son. I don't know what he thought he was doing with this outfit on. And he's walking with the females enjoying life, as a kid should. Well, a young man should. But then, you know, the aftermath got to come behind it. You know what I mean? Just because what his pops is into, or what his pops did. That's out of the lineup, man. Out of the lineup. So, again, I can't be the one on that free Puffy mission. You know what I mean? You got to, the consequences is out there. You got to deal with it. You know what I mean? I had to deal with mine. You know what I mean? And Puff got to deal with his. Yeah, Puff got to deal with his, man. Puff got to deal with his. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just all sad work. It's all sad work. And it's really sad for the victims who got up there and finally was able to tell a story. Right? And then you got the jurors who kind of like looked at them like they was lying. They didn't believe there had to be. They didn't believe their story. They would have found Puff guilty on, you know, on them other 2 charges or other 3. They did. So obviously they didn't believe some of them females that took that stand, or males that took that stand. So now this could be a point in their life, you know, that joint could be, one of those where it could re-traumatize somebody. You know what I mean? Straight re-traumatize somebody. Word up, straight re-traumatize, like all day long. All day long. Especially when they feel like, they got somebody that's finally gonna hear their story. You know what I mean? And pretty much they get laughed at. Them the people who don't like to tell a story. They don't like to come out and tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because the situation is just like that. They don't like to come out and tell the truth just because of situations like that. You know what I mean? People making fun of them. People don't, okay. Monique, you like the Charlotte? You like the Charlotte Hornets or something? Yeah, you know what I mean? Those people, it's it be, it be that's the sad part though, man. Them people who came up there, told their story, and they was made mockery of. Whether we believe the story was true or false. You know what I'm saying? They was made mockery of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the jury really took them serious. They didn't believe it. You know what I mean? And, how are they going to adapt to that moving forward now that the world know? You know what I mean? The world know what they've been through. They might have shared that might have been their darkest secret. They might have shared their darkest secret. And it turned into a circus. You know what I'm saying? It turned into a circus. That's a fact. And it's bad because now what you gonna do, let's say, what you gonna do or say if you involved in a situation as such and they want you to open up, tell your story. You ain't gonna want to do that, because that's a prime example right there. It's a prime example. You ain't gonna want to do that. You know what I mean? Now I want to see the aftermath of the story, because you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, Puff made it, paid the jurors off. Yeah, they knew what could happen. They knew what could happen. I'm sure, everybody kind of know what can happen. But the fact of the matter is when you get up there and you are willing to tell your darkest secrets. You know what I mean? That's like you talking to a psych or something. That stays between you and the psych. This right here, they knew they were speaking to the world. So when they come up and they tell their story to the world, when they say, when you ask a little kid, well, what happened with you? They scared to tell you what really happened. A lot of them victims like that, they be scared to tell you what really happened. They not, all the way with the embarrassment. Some as an adult, you're embarrassed. Now I understand, the fact when people say, well, why they wait so long? This is why they wait so long to tell a story. Because, they get ignored. You know what I mean? They get ignored. Word up, they get ignored. So when you put in that box like that, and damn, ain't nobody gonna take me serious. Ain't nobody taking them serious. So now you got people, get back in that box and just live with the regret. You know what I mean? So, I think, well, I ain't gonna say I think. I know the prosecutors did a bad job, but they didn't find him guilty on certain charges that I'm quite sure everybody would like for him to be found guilty of. Then they talking about what they say. They said people was pouring baby oil on themselves coming out the courtroom. His mom was involved in the antics. It's like a circus, man. It's like a circus, It's like, wow, like when you have some respect. You know what I'm saying? You got people pouring baby oil. I forgot what they said. They said it's not Rico. They said something, man. Word, that's crazy. I forgot what they said, man. They said it ain't Rico, it's something. They got a little saying to it and all that now, man. Already, you know what I mean? Already got a little saying and all that. Already, and you know what I mean? That's crazy. And they make a mockery of it. This man fighting for his life still, with those 2 charges, 3 charges beat. He's still fighting for his life. Them other joints, he can still do 20 years. And they could get wicked on him and make him serve them 10 years consecutively. Not concurrent, consecutively. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what they said. It ain't Rico, it's Frico. Like, they wildin'. They got, I'm sure, shirts and everything will be made with that logo on it. It ain't Rico, it's Frico. Like, really? Here's a man fighting for his life. That's the best that y'all could come up with. It ain't a Rico, it's a Frico. Yo, you can't make this up, yo. Hey, they said it ain't a Rico, it's a Frico. Yo, these people was out of pocket, man. It ain't a Rico, it's a Frico, people. Like, come on, man. We can't make this up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. It ain't a Rico, it's a Frico. I'm hearing when the trial was going on, you had people in the courtroom laughing, smirking, his family, moms, kids. Like, why? Like, is this what the world is coming to now? What happened with the, what they say, the professionalism? What happened with that? You know what I'm saying? What happened with that? You got somebody that potentially may never come home. I ain't hear no seriousness. The sad thing about it, man, all the big dogs that did business with Diddy, you ain't see none of them. None of them speak up on his behalf. Nobody. It was just all bad. And then that's another thing. Moving forward, how you think this is going to look on Diddy's resume? I hear a lot of people, yeah, he still will come back. He's going to do this. Yeah, I'm sure all that, but it's going to be a different comeback. It's going to be a different comeback. You know what I mean, people? It's going to be a different comeback. A lot of you not. It's going to be a different comeback. That's a fact. It's going to be a different comeback. And it's sad. It's sad. Word up. It's definitely sad. You know what I mean? It's definitely sad, people. But, it is what it is. He made his bed, he got to lay in it. You know what I mean? He got to lay in it. He made his bed, he got to lay in it. Word, that's just that. He made his bed, he got to lay in it. You know what I mean? He got to lay in it. That's what, that's just the sad part about this whole situation.
know how how these relationships gonna play out. That he's gonna make, with these, with these business owners. You know what I mean? He got to figure that out. He got to figure out, you know, how you know what I mean. He got to figure out how he gonna remain relevant. You know what I'm saying? People and you know they're not looking at him for these antics because nobody don't want that hindering their business. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure nobody don't want that hindering their business, man. You know what I mean? Nobody don't want that situation, to come out, to mess the reputation up. You know what I mean? Nobody don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, these big businesses, you know what I mean? These big businesses, they don't wanna, they don't wanna what's the name with a person and slander come with the business, you know? And slander come with the business. So that's gonna be one. You know what I mean? And one thing I was thinking about, you know what I mean? I was saying to myself, I said, I wonder if this gonna open up other wounds for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Is this gonna open up other wounds for Diddy? You know what I mean? Like the Biggie situation. Like, is that gonna open up a door for that? You know what I mean? Like, is that gonna hinder certain things? Because all that's still in the open, people. You know what I mean? It's an unsolved case. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people already doing they talking, around the situation as well. You know what I mean? So when you start looking at that, that's a question to be asked. My bad, people. But yeah, man, you know, like I was saying, I just, I don't want to see that, unfold where, something like that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Something where they bring that up, other people start talking, they create a narrative, they create a story. You know what I mean? And then here you go. Yeah, well, now he's being investigated, for a crime that happened so much years ago. Because now they got him in the system now. He's in the system. They could do whatever they want to do. He's vulnerable now. You know what I mean? He's vulnerable. He gonna do whatever he want to do. Well, I mean, they gonna do whatever they want to do. And these are the things that I say, like when you up there, like why bring that kind of attention on you? But, to be honest, man, that's, the sad thing about it. Word, the sad thing about that shit is just that. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers just run around, you dig, and get careless. You dig? They got that money on. You can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then voila. They get caught in their situations. They buy their way through. Prime example. Rest in peace. Look at Michael Jackson. Same thing. Same thing with Mike, people. Same thing with Mike. The same thing with Mike. The same thing with Michael Jackson. That's a whole fact. The same thing with Michael Jackson is happening in real life. And this is what Mike was telling us in the beginning. This is what Mike was telling us in the beginning, people. Word, Mike was telling us to look out for this in the beginning. You know what I mean? Look out for this in the beginning. Well, it ain't the fact, Ron BX, what crime he committed. It's the fact the way these people set it up to make it look. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me if you running a $1 billion business and you see the luggage that P. Diddy bring with him with these allegations, you mean to tell me you'll do business with him? You got a $1 billion corporation. You'll risk your $1 billion corporation dealing with Diddy, and he got all this stuff coming with him. You can't risk that. You can't risk that. Because now you got to be biased with it at a point, because now you got to have some woman that may be one of them billionaires. They ain't going to want to do no business with no Puff behind that. They ain't going to want to do no business with Puff behind that, man. That's just reality of it all. It's reality. You know what I mean? I don't know nobody who will sit there and want to go ahead and do business with a person that you got them kind of allegations. Now remember, he's gonna be a convicted felon. He's gonna be a convicted felon. Those ain't no misdemeanors. He's gonna be a convicted felon, people. Those are not no misdemeanors. Word up. He's gonna be a convicted felon, man. You know what I'm saying? And being a convicted felon in America, I can't even speak on that, because look at Trump. Look at Donald Trump. You dig? Look at Donald Trump. That's a whole fact. Look at Donald Trump. Let's get into this quick commercial. It's all looking bad, people. It's all looking bad. But we still gotta do what we gotta do.
Us never them. Us never them. Us never them. Dark side lurking where the fake ones vanish. Shoot right back. Get my in the tightest. You chat reckless. Get clapped in the chat. Block. Bless it up. Us never them. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz with a scared clip. China brim. Harlem legend. Platinum shine. All my supporters. Gang. Man, that shit a game. I just spin the block. My content live them tight, feeling lame. Pop news, more like Hop L shit. I just doubted one. Now we singing bells. Rock move funny, but they feet still stuck. 050 bucks, Mr. Shoot right back. Us never them. Miss me with the talk. I don't do suggestions. Nah. Dark time flow. Menacing, slow it down. Dark side season where the snakes get peeled. Loyalty to code, but the fake get exposed.
I'm about to be on some real content creating shit, B. Any nigga that ever came to my page and didn't give me no likes, didn't follow, didn't comment, or reshare any of my shit, is fucking blocked to me, B. You understand what the fuck I'm telling you right now? They're fucking blocked. I'm telling you, B. I feel naked out here, son. I don't know what to create. I don't know what to post. I want to leave the Instagram streets. But if I leave, all my followers still gonna love me, B.
Hey, Phil, get your ass out my goddamn Uber. What the hell is wrong with you?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right,
look.
But are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
Just relax, guy.
Look.
All right, I know who he is.
Dead.
All right.
I'm being dead.
I'm telling you right now.
And I'm telling you right now, I've been talking to him all right now. I'm telling you right now, I gotta give him 10 on Thursday. You're
I don't know
tripping.
anything about that.
Look, this, I talk to him all day long.
I don't have my glasses, guy.
I don't.
Because it's
I
like
had 5 cops out here, bro.
All right, but
and
you
I'm
only
a
had
confidential informant, and
you only had 2, and you didn't even have to tell us that. You could have just talked to us like a normal person, and we wouldn't have known, and we'd have just walked away. But you're out here screaming it to the whole neighborhood. We have not said anything about what you do.
I told you I was working for you guys. I asked you to turn the cameras off because I'm a confidential informant.
But right now you're not.
Dude, I'm on the clock all day. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying.
Nasty work, people. This nasty. Artie, salute. Yo, Derek, salute. My guys, appreciate the pull up. Yeah, that's just nasty work, people. I mean, however you want to slay it, nasty work. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ugly. It's definitely getting ugly. It's definitely doing that. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, you heard what he said. Right now, you can't win a war with that. How can you win a war with a person like that? You can't win a war with a person like that, people. He's on the clock right now. He ain't lying to you. Check him.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right, but are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
That nigga said, right now, I work for you guys for the rest of my life. That nigga said for the rest of his life. He's going to be a confidential informant for the rest of his life. You can't make this up, people. You can't make it up. Not for the rest of your life, though. The rest of your life? Wow. No bueno. No bueno, people. That's nobueno.com. Not for the rest of your life. And you got guys that's up here that's okay with that. Hey, yo, Derek, you got guys that's up here that's like that right now. And they tell you the story on their own. They'll tell you the story by themselves on how they did bad. Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, yo, Derek, they up here right now, yo. You hear my man said right now. They up here right now. Check it out. In this voice.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right, look. Are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
And he dead serious. He not playing. Police didn't even, police did not, watch this all the way out through, people. Watch how the police officer do not even want to read it. He like, hey, yo, listen, I ain't got my glasses on. He ran straight to the other officer like, yo, somebody got to know who I am. I'm the best thing working for y'all. Check him out.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right, look. Are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
Just relax, guy.
Look.
All right, I know who he is.
Dead.
All right.
I'm being dead.
I'm telling you right now.
And I'm telling you right now, I've been talking to him all right now. I'm telling you right now, I gotta give him 10 on Thursday, man.
I don't know anything about that.
Look, this. I talk to him all day long.
I don't have my glasses, guys.
I don't.
Because it's
I
like
have 5 cops out here, bro.
All right, but you only.
Hey, yo, he had to tell him, yo, listen, I don't even want to see that. I ain't got my glasses on right now. He ran to the other joint like, yo, you got to see this. Just talk, salute, my guy. Appreciate the pull up. He like, yo, you got to see this. I'm dead ass. I gotta turn 10 people in tomorrow, Thursday. I gotta turn 10 people in. What? The other officer don't even want to hear. He like, yo, you ain't even have to tell us you's a rat. Facts. He like, yo, you ain't even gotta tell us you a rat, yo. Word up. You ain't even gotta tell us that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta tell us that. That's the whole fact. But, at the end of the day, went to the other cop, just talk. One officer like, yo, what's the nigga gonna be like, yo, I want to see it. That nigga was like, yo, somebody got to see this. Throw your glasses on, something. You got to, listen, you got to know that I work for y'all. I got to give 10 people in by Thursday. I got to work for y'all. I'm working for y'all for the rest of my life. Y'all got to get to know me. That nigga like, yo, you got like 5 cops out here and all like that. No, I'm an informant. He's like, yo, you ain't got to tell us all of that. Yo, he said, you ain't got to tell us all of that. Hey, yo, this is my joint, yo.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm working with y'all, bro.
All right, but are you working right this second?
Right now! I work for you guys for the rest of my life. What are you talking about, bro?
Just relax, guy.
Look.
All right, I know who he is.
Dead.
All right.
I'm being dead.
I'm telling you right now.
And I'm telling you right now, I've been talking to him all right now. I'm telling you right now, I gotta give him 10 on Thursday, man.
I don't know anything about that.
Look, this. I talk to him all day long.
I don't have my glasses, guys.
I don't.
Because it's
I
like
have 5 cops out here, bro.
All right, but you only had 2.
Informant, and
you only had 2, and you didn't even have to tell us that. You could have just talked to us like a normal person, and we wouldn't have known, and we'd have just walked away. But you're out here screaming it to the whole neighborhood. We have not said anything about what you do.
I told you I was working for you guys. I asked you to turn the cameras off because I'm a confidential informant.
But right now you're not.
Dude, I'm on the clock all day. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Then this guy would be calling us.
Who? Detective Smith? Detective Smith? He don't know you here. But I'm trying.
Yo, that's nasty, yo. The cop had to tell him, like, yo, derail, go that way. Yo, Black Gangster, salute. Appreciate the pull up. Yo, Just Talk, you already, man. Salute. Appreciate that pull up. Yo, hey, yo, he is wild. Like, he jumped dead in the other nigga lap. The other cop, like, yo, listen, you see, he hit the phone, yo. I feel sorry whoever he working for, because he just blew their cover. Word to mother, he just blew their cover. But you got people, man, real talk though, they move just like that on YouTube, people. That's how they moving on YouTube. You know what I mean? So for the real content creators to try to stay in their lane and do what they do, they kind of try to make it hard. You know what I mean? Let me cam up for this one. You know what I'm saying? They make it hard, people. You dig? They make it where as though it's like you got to tiptoe through the sector because you don't want certain things to happen if you really about trying to make an honest dollar on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? So when you're running around, you got guys like that. These guys, they're not gonna take no for an answer. They just not. They not gonna let you derail them anywhere else. All they want to do is tell. Facts. That's all they want to do. They want to get information from you, look your name up, put all your situation, like, and I don't know what is the gain out of it, but free promotion. That's why I love it. Free promotion. Promote me, but promote the right me. So everybody will know my body of work. That's the only thing I ask for. Promote the right me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it gets in the hands of somebody, they want to rock out with a real nigga, then yeah, promote me, man. It's a fact. I'm solid through and through. All over. Facts, all over. That's me. I'm solid through and through. Other like some dudes, they only solid there. Some can't go back home. I'm just being honest. Some can't even go back to their block. They get hands and feet pushed on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm solid through and through. I can go anywhere. It's a fact. I ain't got a lot of kicking, people. Anywhere. I do not got a lot of kicking. And it's not even about being able to go anywhere. It's more or less about I can do that comfortably. I can do that comfortably. And I don't think there's too many YouTubers in this sector that probably could do that. You understand me? I'm gonna touch on something, man. We had this discussion, was it yesterday? Yesterday we had this discussion. Mikey B pulled up. Salute to Mikey B, Hood Love TV. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. A lot going on TV, pulled up. You know, make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. That's Smitty Brim. You know, and we had a great dialogue. And in that conversation, it was like, it was one made ingredient that'll just say it all. People dealing with mental issues. You know what I'm saying? People is dealing with mental issues. You dig? And when you having certain kind of people get up here to try to belittle somebody, you would never know their reaction. You would never know their reaction. And especially if you done did a jail bid. Some people carry that around with them every day. I'm not gonna lie. I still sometimes, and it may sound weird some may front like they don't do it who did jail time. I just did my jail time early, from like juvenile to like young adult. I did my young, you know what I mean? I did mine. Time. I did 3. I know it ain't time when you compare to the other homies that came home with the 25s, the 27s and all that. Nah, you dig? But what I will say is, from the time that I did do, sometimes I could put myself back into a day room in a jail somewhere I was in. Facts. I look at the time, oh, it's like 3 o'clock. Oh, we doing this right now. And I ain't been in jail in I don't know how long. You know what I mean? So I already know when it comes down to the people who've been behind them bars 20 years, 15 years, 30 years. It hit different. It hit different. And you get those guys make it out here into the world. Some of them type of individuals, their patience is very short, because all they know and all they did for 20 to 25 years is when it happened, bow, it happened. Bottom line, ain't no, yo, yeah, we gonna wait till I run down on you, I'm gonna pull up, none of that. None of that, people, because it's going down right there. You don't get a chance to do none of that. And you got the people up here, they play with it. And some of them don't really be built for it. I'm just being honest, and my man might get beef for you. Some of them, they not built for it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree to disagree with that. Just talk. Same thing for the street. It's the same with the street people. I agree with that. On one accord, though. You know what I mean? With the street people, it goes left. You know, I wouldn't say a little quicker, but to an extreme, it goes left. You know what I mean? In the street, it goes left. Nigga look at you the wrong way. A nigga ain't talking about, yo, I'll punch you in the mouth no more and all that. Nigga backing that thing out, letting it go. Broad daylight, nighttime, whatever. You understand? Because when you in the streets dealing with traumatizing moments and things that you just never got over, you know, like, it's nasty work. Niggas over here trying to fix this bum ass system. Yeah, it ain't gonna never work, people. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I mean by that. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by that. I mean, just that. You know what I mean? The difference, and then when you in jail, you got a lot more against you. You in the street, it's your will. If you want to walk around and you twisted in life and you ain't trying to get your mind right, knowing you need help, these things are accessible. You can go do these things on the street. But when you in jail, them things are not accessible. So you dealing with a little more trauma. You dealing with a little more chaotic. You dealing with more now where you look at a dude want to wake up and you like, you ain't even got to say nothing. He mad at breakfast. You know what I'm saying? He's mad at breakfast. That's a fact. You know what I mean? And you can't shake that kind of trauma, man. In the street, you can shake it. You know, you can shake it, you can fake it, however, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you can make it. But when you behind that wall, you know, you can't really do too much of that. All right, Artie, 250. I mean, that ain't about. Hey, yo, we should do that, yo, man. We should do that, yo, man. We should do that, yo. We should try that out, man. I'm with it. Try like I don't know. We can even probably do it like, but I don't know. A lot of people might be at work. I don't know. Yo, let's try that, yo. I wouldn't mind doing that, man. Or I might just do it. Word up, I might do something like that. 15-minute workout. You know, I might do that, yo. Word up. I might do that. That's something I might do. Word. I do mine in clips. I could do about I think I could about I can get about 500 in. I get about 500 in a workout. I get about 500 in a workout. I do a 15-minute workout, 20-minute workout. I get about 5 with no dips though. No, I do dips and push-ups. That's my combination. I get about 500 push-ups in. Then I do my push-ups. And I do burnouts. So I do 50 bottom and 50 top. 50 diamond, 50 wide. You know what I mean? All in one push-up. Not one push-up, but you know what I mean? I do 50 low, and then I do 50 up high. So in that in both of those, I'm dealing with my top, and I'm dealing with my chisel. You know what I mean? What, Artie? I do my push-ups is in 100 clips. I do 100 clips push-ups. What do you mean I can't do 500? You bugging. Artie bugging. Yeah, Artie, you bugging. 500. Nah, man. I do my 100 clips, man. Like I said, I do 50 low, but I burn out though. You know what I mean? 50 low, and then I get wide, and I don't go down. I go like my push up would be like this. Boom, my 50 low, right? I don't go above, right? And then my other 50, I do 50 high. I don't go low. You know what I mean? So I'm doing boom, boom, but I'm pretty much breaking it down. I'm doing 50, bang, 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 and I try to stay at that level, bang, 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 and then I do the 50 up, bang, 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 bang. So you can't cheat. Word. Try 100 of those. Do 100 of those. We could do that, Artie. Early in the morning joint. I'm with that. Word up, I'm with that. I'm with that. I could do that. That's all I do is calisthenics, man. Only thing I don't do is pull-ups. I ain't never been a pull-up fan. Word. I ain't never been on a bar. You know what I mean? But push-ups, dips, that's my thing right there. Push-ups and dips. That's all you need. Push-ups and dips, man. And I mean, in your leg work, but for that upper body, push-ups and dips. Word up. That'll get your traps right, your biceps, your triceps, top of the chest. Yeah. Hey, yo, just talk. Oh, Artie. Oh, that's Artie. Yo, Artie, do what I just said, Artie. Real talk. Do what I just said. 50 bottom, and then 50 top. They burnouts. But trust me, my guy, you'll feel it, yo. You got me, but let me show you. I'm gonna show you. right, check me out, right? So this is my 100 clips. I get a 15-minute workout. I do maybe I could do like 5. Peep me out. I'm gonna do a quick 100. Quick. Now, mind you, I told y'all they are burnouts, but they're equivalent to one push-up, up and down push-up. So you can't cheat doing this. Check it out. I do my diamonds first, right? I start low, then I hit 50. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 50. Then I go up. Boom. I don't go all the way back down though, right? I do another 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you do 5 sets of that. Now, mind you, they burnouts, but you do 5 sets of that. And then if you could squeeze in your dips, you be on swole quick. That's a fact. You be on swole quick. I'm just telling you. I do that with ease, and that's a Hondo. That was a quick 100, and that was equivalent to one push-up. So if you take away the 100, that's 50 great push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm holding it. You go down and upper. So what I just did right now, I worked on my upper chest as well as cutting it up. As I build the bulk, I cut it up. And then I get the arms and all that involved as well once I start, you know what I mean, doing my dips, you know what I mean, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just, yeah, the diamond push-ups, you can't lose with that. You can't lose with the diamond push-ups, people. You cannot lose with them. Word up. The diamond push-ups, you cannot lose with the diamond push-ups. There's no way you can lose. It works everything. It works everything. Word up. Them diamond push-ups, they works everything. Everything you need to work, them diamond push-ups will work. They're working for you. It'll get that horseshoe. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you that horseshoe. That horseshoe, right? See that horseshoe? You know what I'm saying? It'll give you that horseshoe. You dig? You get, you know what I'm saying? See, I'm a slim fatigue. I got a slim fatigue. I'm not gonna be like a bulky. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be no bulky nigga. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be no bulky nigga. You dig? So once you start doing that, Artie, you do some of them joints. Trust me, and you dedicate. See, I'm not dedicated. I do it. I mean, that's just what I do. I do those sometimes just to, you know what I mean, to get that, you know what I mean, to get that in me. You know, all right. You do that, you ain't got nothing to lose. Word up, you ain't got nothing to lose. And I do mine 100. I do 100 of them joints. 50 bottom, 50 top. When I'm doing my top, I don't go all the way down. I go middle. And do 50 of them. You know what I mean? Then you do 50, the bottom, you don't go all the way up. You know what I mean? Down, mid-range, down, mid-range, then you got a whole lot. Word up. I used to play bat. Where was this at? It was a cadet call on 170th around my block. And, you know, dude told me that was the ticket, you know, for a workout. 1609, salute, my guy. Appreciate the pull up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just talk. You know what I'm saying? I do that because I can't do it for both. I'm not gonna get bulky. You know what I mean? I'm chiseled though. You know what I'm saying? I'm good money. I'm chiseled. You understand me? So all I do is just do the things to keep my endurance. I play ball, so that's my endurance. That's my leg work. Only thing left for me to do is just worry about my top body. My top body, that right there, you can't lose the push-ups, man. I don't care if you do 100 push-ups a day. You're going to see some results at the end of the month. And that's only if you do 100 a day. You'll see some results at the end of the month. You know what I mean? So I just did that first. That would have been my first set, what I just did, right? Then I would have went right back at it. Boom, another 100. You know what I mean? Easy. That's what I told all these about 500 push-ups. I do like easy. Try doing that. I guarantee you, it ain't gonna be nothing like you doing a real push-up, up, down, up, down, up, down. Do that, what I just did. That 50 bottom, 50 top. Do that. Now, mind you, when you do the top, you can't go down. You gotta hold it. Ain't no taking no rest. You gotta hold it. The whole thing is just you whistling in your muscles. It's the only thing you're doing. You know what I mean? Then you start doing that a lot, you're gonna start walking around with your chest out. Word up. Them used to be my VI push-ups. You know, get that good old visit. You get this good old 100 in. You know what I mean? Get that, let it swell up a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Let it swell up a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to be in shape, Just Talk. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that mean a lot. Because I knew a couple of guys that was in shape. And you can't duck the unthinkable. You know what I mean? You can't duck the unthinkable, man. You know what I mean? You can't duck that. Said push-ups are good for the heart too. Yeah, push-ups, push-ups is good for a lot of reasons. Because this is your own weight. It's your own weight. You're dealing with your own weight. You can't lose. You know what I mean? How you gonna lose? You know what I mean? You like 165, 170, that's your weight, 170. So when you go in the gym and you start getting your reps in order, you should be able to lift at least 195, 200. If your body weight is 175, I mean, that's just how I do it. You know what I mean? You should at least add 25, 25 more, whatever. Facts. Because your body weight is as long as it's not outdoing your body weight, and that's just to get your reps. Yeah, you gotta look good, man. You gotta look good. It ain't nothing like, listen, it ain't nothing like, let me tell you something, right? When I was coming up, when old heads around my weight start being called old heads, they was in their 30s and they looked like old heads. They wasn't wearing what I was wearing. They wasn't listening to what I was. They was old heads in their 30s when I was coming up. You dig? So now when you look at it, dudes be, look, I'm in my mid 40s. I'm in my mid 40s. And I don't even work out the way I should be working out. You know what I mean? You know, basketball was always my workout. Weatherman's, what up? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was my workout. You know what I mean? But other than that, what I just did, quick 100, get the blood flowing, go back at it, do another 100, blood flowing. I do the 2, I do 2, 100, then I go back 2, then I do another, and then my dips. You know what I mean? You see, with the dips, the only thing I don't like interfering with the dips, but it works because it tightens your arms and your shoulders, the dips. You know what I mean? The traps. So it all works. You know what I mean? It all works. So that's why that's my go-to, man. Some dips and some push-ups. Some good money. I don't really do pull-ups. Yeah, I don't really do pull-ups. Word, I don't really do pull-ups. You know what I mean? I don't really do pull-ups. That's a fact. But yeah, you know, hey yo, right, that was a dope show earlier, man. Word, that was a dope show earlier. You know, I don't even know why, you know, the notifications be going out mad late, but you know, it be people on too, so you know how that go. You know, people go over there, go over here. But I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, as I've been looking, a lot of mine. Yeah, sit-ups is good money too. Yeah, sit-ups is good money. Sit-ups is good money. Sit-ups is good money. Yeah, I be seeing a lot of, you know, you see transitions, and I'm just peeping, you know, some transitions right now, and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? A lot of the supporters that you usually see, you don't see them popping up no more. You know, you don't see them popping up no more. So I got 50. If Just Talk pull up and get 50. Just Talk. Oh, he called. Just Talk. See, I be saying Just Talk. Just Talk on he act like he on his workout joint hard. Like it don't look like he playing with that workout. I ain't gonna front. I don't know, Artie. I know you got to check Just Talk joint out. Every time he posting something, he posting shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Just Talk crazy. Word, Just Talk is bugged out. I be seeing him, right? I remember the first time I seen him, I'm like, all right, he on his workout, it's hard. So I'm like, okay. The next thing you know, you see all you see is the post. All you see this thing pose, you get his joint up. Okay. He came back with some intellectual dialogue. Okay, yo, Monster Mo came back with the intellectual dialogue. Like, yeah, Artie, you know, you gotta challenge yourself. You gotta challenge yourself, God. That's the only battle that's beating the old you. You know what I'm saying, God? But yeah, man. You definitely, man, you gotta, you know, yeah, you definitely gotta keep yourself right, man. Whether what motivation, you know what I'm saying? No matter what type of motivation that, you know, it takes for you to say, yo, listen, I gotta get right. Just get right. You know what I mean? I really don't have a motivation. I think my body already, I got an athletic body. You know what I mean? So my body already is like, it's dead. You know, I play ball. You know, I know I'm gonna lose weight. You know, me personally, I want to stay at like 180, 185. So when I go and, you know, and drop a pound or two, I still want to be at that 180, 179-ish mark. You know, I'm like 170 right now. So when I drop, I'm dropping to 168. You know what I mean? 169, 167. I'm like, I want to stay at least that 180. So when I drop, I'm high with 179, 180. Word. Yeah, you be hot. Yo, listen. Hey, yo, just so let me tell you something. It ain't nothing like you knowing your joint looking right and you feeling right. Different feeling, man. It's a different feeling. You know what I mean? It's a different feeling, trust me, man. Especially after a dope workout. It's a different feeling. You just feel different about yourself. You know what I mean? Your chest is out. You know what I mean? You gotta, yeah, you know what I mean? Wish nigga would. You know what I mean? Word up. But it's always, you know, it's always just good to do what works for you. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just always good. You know what I mean? Whatever works for you, and that's good, and you feel like it's working. Whatever worked for somebody else may not work for you. You know what I mean? Like, I know my guy, that nigga is the monster in pull-ups. That don't work for me. Pull-ups work for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he'll do the push-ups, but his big thing is pull-ups. That's all he talk about. Yo, I'll trash you on pull-ups. Yeah, you will. You know what I mean? I'm not a pull-up guy. Word, I'm not a pull-up guy. Yeah, I'm not a pull-up guy. But I know pull-ups is good too. Pull-ups is good money. Pull-ups is good money though. I mean, I could do 10 pull-ups. I'm just not a pull-up guy. You know, some guys be killing that pull-up bar. Guys be pulling up, they be killing that pull-up bar. Word, you can definitely feel it when you healthy. And like, yeah, man, that's a fact, yo. Like, that's not even a question. Yo, I ain't even know, you know what I mean? You like, yo, sometimes you may overdo it and don't even know you doing it. Word. You may overdo and don't even know you doing it. That's a fact. But it just, that's the body communicating with the atmosphere, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. That's the body communicating with the atmosphere. You know what I mean? You stick that chest out, you like, yeah. You know what I mean? And don't be eating good. That's a dope combination. Cause it ain't, yo, let me tell you something. And you know, I'm guilty of it because I don't eat pork. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I eat red meat, no rasi. Pause. You know, I had to catch myself. Pause. No rasi. My man Artie voice, no rainbows. Yo, your man Fat Joe got, yo, listen. Yo, Fat Joe is wicked. Your man Fat Joe said he's a serial glizzy eater. Yo. Hey, yo, your man Fat Joe said he's a serial glizzy eater, people. I can't. Like, I just rather call it a Frank, man. Real talk. Are you a serial glizzy eater? Yo, that joint is wild. My man says he's a cereal, no rainbows is wild funny. That's my man Artie. That's my man Artie joint. No rainbows. No rainbows. Word up. But yeah, I eat a lot of poultry though. Chicken, fish. You know what I mean? But the point I'm making is how you get it up out you. You know what I mean? You gotta know how to get certain foods up out you. Don't let it sit too long. You know what I mean? That's why I drink coffee. That's my method for coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't like. Coffee is really not a need, but it is a need, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Coffee, for me, is not like, let me stay up, drink coffee. Nah. Coffee help you move your bowels. You know what I mean? And you got to do that. You know, it should be a pattern of that. You know what I mean? Get all that old stuff about you. You know what I mean? And you got to drink a lot of water. A lot of water. You got to drink a lot of water. It helps flushes it about you. And that's a healthy body, man. Your body be already fit. It's easy. So I drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? Coffee works well. Coffee helps. Them herbs, man, they help. Word, coffee helps. It's not to stay up. Nah. You drink you some coffee. There's a nice little, and some water behind, in the water. That's just my method. You go to the bathroom before you start your day. You go to the bathroom, you move your bowels, you're supposed to start your day off with that. You got to release all that old stuff you had the day before. You got to release that. Or that shit will rot in your body. Word up. It'll rot in your body. That's why you got a lot of people with stink breath. That's the waste that's in your body. So that's the dopest way right there, man. I know other people got other methods, but my method is the coffee. Get that coffee in you first thing in the morning. Yeah. But other than that, that's my workout. Look at these guys. Get a system, but don't know how to act. NoBueno.com, man. Hey, yo, you get them some good sounds, I don't care what they rolling in. They gonna make that joint loud as it could go. I don't know how you could do that nowadays. I can't ride with, I used to do that, I ain't gonna front. But I don't know now, yo, they throw a house speaker in their car and you can't tell them nothing. I mean, I'm talking about, how can you hear yourself think, look, listen, they got the whole block is about to be, you know what I mean? NoBueno.com. They keep going, I'm at this in the line, you know what I mean?
Us never them. Us never them. Us never them. Dark side lurking where the fake ones vanish. Shoot right back. Get my tightest. You chat reckless. Get clapped in the chat. Block. Bless it up. Us never them. We don't switch the script. Dark side biz with a scared clip. China brim. Harlem legend. Platinum shine. All my supporters. Gang. Man, that shit a game. I just spin the block. My content live them tight, feeling lame. Hip-hop news, more like hop L shit. I just doubted one, now we singing bell. Move funny, but they feet still stuck. 050 bucks, Mr. Shoot right back. Us never them. Miss me with the talk, I don't do suggestions. Nah. Yeah. 050 bucks, Mr. Shoot right back. Mr. Shoot right back. Never them. never them, never them, never them. Yeah, us never them, never them, us never them. Dark side, where the fake get exposed, exposed. It'll shoot right back. Us never them, never them, never them. Yeah. Yo, to my supporters, y'all realest ones. Without y'all, this ain't no fun. Gang, 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 gang. Shout out, China brim, 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 shine a Harlem legend. Platinum shine, shine, shine to all my supporters. Yeah, I'm part of the team. Gang, 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 man, that shit a game. I just spin the block, my content. Live, I'm tight, feeling lame. More like hip hop L's. Ops, boom, shoot right back. Us never them, and never them. Miss me with the fake ish.
Hey, listen, man, I'm about to end this joint, man. You did what I mean. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. You know, popping out with your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Hopefully I catch y'all early tomorrow. We do the same thing, you dig? Grind time, grind time, grind time, grind time. But y'all on y'all way out, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share the live. Subscribe to the channel. And keep rocking out with your boy 050BUCKS. Go to that community walk. Check my merch out, man. Check my merch out, man. You know what I'm saying? Come rock out with your boy. That's all I ask. Come rock out with your boy. We winning over here. We're going to continue to do so. But, you know, other than that, man, serious note, appreciate everybody for pulling up. Rocking out with your boy 050BUCKS and gave me some Shoot Right Back. And I'm out.